Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.
So Saturday is the last session for this year. What I better serve you with is we can develop a calendar for our next 6 months. What we program, we deliver, when we are launching our program, when potentially we'll have our seminars, our workshops, and all of this will be like penciled in a calendar, and what are the activities to go back, and when we can market that. Will you benefit from such an activity?
On Saturday?
On Saturdays. I know you may have a personal or a family thing, but I promise to record everything and get you the calendar. But I think this will be, after today's session, this might be a logical session to try. So now you know the wheel, you know what can be done. Take the next 3-4 days, focus your mind on where your heart, what you want to do, and then we come on Saturday. For Saturday preparation, if you have a specific engagement in the next, till like August or July 2018, just mark them down. So I will bring you a monthly calendars, and then you can block out the dates when you have some obligation, family obligation, some professional obligations. And then we can work out backward from what you want to do, when you want to launch it, and what are the steps. For me, just for an example, like for me, I'm launching a book. I start marketing the book 2 years ago. And I pre-sold some of the books. Okay? Will this help you on Saturday?
No.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, so just Claudia, you're not here. On Saturday, we have a session from 9 to noon. This is the last session of the year we have, December 14th. Sorry, December 10th. Sorry, December 9.
It's the 10th.
Saturday is 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 9. So December 9, we have here from 9 to noon. What we will do on December is, on this session, this is the last one of the year. We will plan what will happen between January 2018 till June 2018 for our business. So we will provide you with a 6 months. I ordered calendar for Win Your Brand, but they did not produce them yet. I don't know why. We did the early bird pricing, but they promise if they arrive by Friday, you will have it. Otherwise, I will print you. I will get some printout. So you can sit in and say, every month, I will launch a program here. I will do a workshop here. I will do a seminar here. And we will go backward and say what kind of material you need to prepare, so when you can start. So if you want to join on Saturday, more than welcome. However, you have to bring with you what commitment you have. So you say like January 18, for example, I will be on this place, so it's blocked out. Whatever you have as professional, personal commitment in the next 6 months, if you are aware of them, just bring them with you so you can mark them out.
Okay.
And then we can, and I will share with you lots of insights about not only me, but people I know, they are very successful. What kind of planning? People do planning 2-3 years ahead. So when you launch a New Year resolution, you don't come and say, I'm doing it today. You start in October. If you want to sell a Christmas product, you have to have everything ready by end of October, stuff like that. Okay? So this will...
on the 9th.
And yeah, it's Saturday. We meet every other Monday, and we meet every other Saturday. So, but because of the Christmas, we will meet again on January 8th and January 13th. But usually during the year, you are here today, skip next Monday, Monday after, we are here, same time, 10 to 4. Saturday, we are this Saturday, skip one Saturday, it will be Saturday after, 9 to noon. Saturday is 9 to noon or 9 to 1. This one is 10 to 4, which is easy for people to track in their schedule.
Thank you.
Okay? So, okay, so if we come back and want to discuss, so do you have any questions to what we explained as a wheel? Does anybody wants to give any insights or any discussions? Do you have any questions?
Sorry, what did you say?
The wheel.
Do you have any questions on this wheel?
Thank you. The 20 income streams.
There are 20 or more?
Or no. There's more than 12.
But I like the word. I wouldn't change the name, okay? I already has the 12 stream of income.com, okay? Like, I wouldn't change the name. I wouldn't change the name. Do you recommend me to change the name?
No.
I have a
Not
chapter
this-
at the end say this is a bonus stream.
These are bonus streams.
This is a bonus.
Here's the
Actually-
bonus streams and here's the bonuses.
Actually, this is a good idea. It's just to say
It's
like,
brilliant. It came from them.
yeah, I know.
Brilliant.
I know. Once in a while, once a year, that's my year done.
There you go.
Next year I
Okay.
Now you gotta work in 2018.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about execution, because all of what we are is about execution. I hate the idea of providing information and people cannot execute. So one of the execution is how difficult to do all of this.
Very difficult to do all of them at
Okay.
one time.
How difficult to do any of them?
Not very.
How long will it take to do any of them?
One bite at a time.
Okay, so I wanna show you an example of like, if I wanna design a keynote, if I wanna position myself as not a keynote speaker, as just a speaker in events. So what does it take for me to be a speaker in events? What do I need?
Credibility.
What do I need from marketing perspective or information I
A
send out?
website.
I need-
Website, media kit.
Okay, so we want to talk about this and brainstorm about it. Do you agree that being a speaker might be the easiest way or the easiest entry to penetrate a market? Like the easiest way is to go and speak about the values and the programs, right?
Yeah.
So if I want to position myself as a speaker, what do I need? I need marketing materials, right? A media kit. I may need a website. I need a social media presence like LinkedIn, like whatever, Facebook, whatever my clients are hanging around us, right? What else do I need? Do I need to prepare my keynote?
Yes.
No. When will I prepare my keynote?
An hour before.
Not an hour before, but when I have an order, right? Do I need to practice my keynote? No. When I've been offered a speaking engagement, I need to make sure in my time I will block 3 days to a week to 2 weeks, whatever will take me, to prepare the content. However, you will find out for the media kit, you will need what? You will need topics. Okay? However, you will find out for the media kit what you also need.
Photographs.
Photographs. What else?
Headshots.
Sorry?
Logo.
Logo. Okay. Keep going.
Bio.
Bio. What else? Keep going. We are trying to get an exhausted list. I'm not challenging you here, but each one of us is helping each other. Because remember, we are a brother and we are three sisters and brothers from another father and mother helping each other, right?
Social proof, testimonials.
You need testimonials. You need social proof.
It was paying attention.
How do I get testimonials? Did I ever speak before?
Nope.
So how do I get testimonials? One
Ask
way.
for them.
Sorry?
Ask for them.
You ask for them from people who don't know you. Like there's somebody's coming tomorrow to town and he's launching a multi-million-dollar fund real estate investment, and if you read all of his testimonials, they talk all of them about how wonderful he's a guy. None of them talks about pain point. Remember, testimonial is what? Stool with at least 3 legs. That's right? Do you remember this?
Yep.
Yeah.
So a testimonial is a stool with 3 legs. Pain point, defining moment, and the happy outcome. So any customers, any clients, so
Pain point.
defining moment and the happy outcomes. We had a complete course on how to run a 20-minute seminar, and we talk about these structures.
So can I use them from my workshops as long as they are?
This is where we are talking about. So
Yeah.
if you want to have a testimonial as a speaker, one way to do it is to collect a bunch of you guys here. I will come here, I'll give you a talk for like 10 minutes. Do you like my presentation styles? Yes, would you mind to answer these questions? Or would you mind to do? So one way to do it is to have a smaller group. You go to Starbucks. What about I will talk to you for 10 minutes or for 5 minutes on this particular topic? Would you allow to help me develop the topic better? People say yes, because people like to help others. So you ask your friends or your girlfriends or your partner, whoever, would you help me developing this content better? Can I give you a 5 to 10 minutes? And you can discuss it with me. Do you like my presentation style? Would you willing to give me 1 or 2 sentences to endorse what I'm doing? They will give it to you. Will you allow me to use it? We have a script for that. I can give it to you if you like. So this is ways to get testimonial. That's right. Either people who know me early on, or people who I can give them a shorter version about my topic. All what I need in this testimonial is what? He's an engaging speaker. He understands what he talks about. He's the expert in the field. He's entertaining, and a few others, but these are the main ones. If somebody will say, I'm entertained by this topic and I learn whatever I didn't know before, and allow me to put take his photo and put his name, and by the way, I will promote your business too on my website because I can put a hot link to your business. People will like that, that's right? So this is how you get testimonials. What else do you need in a media kit of a speaker?
Any publications?
Any publications. So you may want to have a sample of publication. What publication you can do?
If you had any blogs you've written that has been published on some major
Blogs or what else?
videos, testimonials,
Books,
books, yeah.
e-books. Do you see how the whole wheel will have to concatenate together? So having a blog, because there are some speakers who are speakers because they are bloggers. That's it. What is the easiest thing to do right now? Is to sit for a couple of hours and write 300-word blog. That's right. This is the easiest things you can do right now. If you have 20 minutes right now in your hand, and you can put 300 words together and put them as a blog on your website, and you have a couple of hours, you can do 8 of these. That's right. So if you keep these 2 hours for the next 3 weeks, you'll have 24 of this. So you can call yourself what?
A blogger.
A blogger. Is it difficult? Is it difficult for an expert to come up with 24 articles based on his expertise, 300 to 500 max? The answer should be no, it's not difficult. Otherwise, you are not expert. That's right. What else you need in the media kit for a speaker?
Videos.
Videos of the speaker on the stage. How you can do that?
Get someone to take the video for you.
So you may want to mock up some stages, or you may want to mock up a microphone hold on a black screen where you talk about what your values are. Or you may have enough money to go for a community event. Or we may come here and say, how many of us wants to build this media thing? The 8 of us, 10 of us around this table is great. What about specifically getting a day? And all of us will contribute to the cost and get a professional producer or one of us to produce. And each one will go on the stage for 20 minutes. We will record the 20 minutes. We will cut 1 to 2 minutes of values you articulate. And you may want to bring 3-4 dresses or outfits with you. So you go like every 5 minutes you go with another outfit.
Dresses don't work for me. I'll just tell you that right now.
No, we have a big white dress for men's in Middle East. Yeah, but I just say like it's not hard as long as we don't lie and say this was on a real event. This is a video promo of a speaker. I didn't come and say this was not the event. That's right. If somebody wants to dig more and ask me more questions and I answer the truth and he doesn't like me, it's okay. My job is to sort people. But how many will engage with me because of my event, of my video? So majority of the speakers will have videos. Will have videos with audience. Which means if I get the very first event and I have audience, I should get a little bit of video shots of the audience, not of me. Because many of us will stand as they want to be on the video. However, if somebody will come from the back of you as a speaker and they get a video of the few hundred people in the room, this is have a higher impact than having video of you. Okay, does it make sense? So can you plan a media kit for you as a speaker facilitator? So we talk here about speaker or facilitate. If you do facilitation for workshops, okay? Does it make sense? What else you can do is inside your bio, insert the word as I am a speaker.
Sorry, insert the word.
Speaker. I'm a speaker.
On the bios.
In the bio, in the LinkedIn, you say I'm a speaker. Or I'm a workshop facilitator. And sometimes you may have friends who will have social events like the event we were in on Wednesday. You may also approach, would you mind if I stand for 5 minutes because I have a fear of speaking? Would you mind if I stand 5 minutes? There are actually event managers who would love to have people to take videos there because you also promote the event. That's right. If I have the name of the event on my background and I'm doing this as a promo material for me, who else I'm promoting with me? I'm promoting this event. That's right. Does it make sense? If we plan this within the next 3 to 6 weeks, is it difficult to find video shooting locations within the next 6 weeks for you? Is it difficult?
Well, Christmas, I mean,
If we plan this, forget about Christmas.
Oh.
If we plan this, usually, if we design this activity from 3 to 6 weeks activity, how long will it take you to do all of this material? How long will it take you to arrange for video shooting opportunities? Is this enough time?
yeah.
Okay? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Like if we plan to position ourselves as a speaker, this is the basic material. Now, where our keynote will happen? 2 to 3 weeks before the actual contract. Because you don't need it. If you build it, they will not come for it. Do you agree? You don't need the actual keynote delivery till you get an order or you get a contract to deliver.
As long as you're clear on your topics.
You have your topics here.
Yeah, as long as you're clear on that.
How many topics do you need usually? 1 to 3. Okay? So you can build this profile and you can go to event managers or you can go and build your emailing list or on your LinkedIn and say, who guys here looking for a speakers? I'm just a starting speaker and I'm volunteering to speak. Because when you speak, what you will do? You speak to sell. We are teaching these techniques in our courses, right? You know that you can speak to sell. So if you are on the stage, there are ways for you to sell your products. Even selling from the stage or enrolling from the stage or speak to sell techniques, any of these 3 techniques will work with you to get more tribes. You can also locate the 1-year events coming to Calgary. So like Body and Soul and Body, Mind and Soul. You can communicate with them. You know what? Would you mind giving me a session next year? So part of what you need to have is you need to build a list where you can speak. You can build yes sir.
What's SM?
Social media proof. Social media. So when I talk about a list, I went to Project Management Institute and I said I would like to provide my seminar to you guys. And they said, oh, we are Phil, the whole program is, we can get you in like late 2018. I said, no problem, give me mine. And they give me date in 2018, like September, I believe, or some weird time in 2018. Out of the blue, 2 days before one of their weekly or their monthly event, I got a phone call or I got an email. Oh, our speaker cannot make it. Can you make it? I said, yes. If somebody asks you to make an emergency appearance, what you say?
Yes.
Yes. I said yes. I can make it. No problem. Don't worry about it. At that time, I had my signature talk. You know what? I was having actually in mind different content, but however, to guarantee the quality of my delivery, would you mind if I use my signature talk? They said, no, that's great. If you can fill the time, we are so happy. I said, that's great. But do you know that there is a selling component in it? Don't be so salesy. No problem. So I got the permission to go and articulate and deliver a 90-minute presentation, which I was giving it at that time about 68 times. Do I need any preparation for it? No. Is it okay to sell them over there? The answer is no. But because I came as a favor, I was allowed to. So when you approach your organizations right now and say, they say, oh, we have everything is filled up till 2019. No problem. Would you mind keep me in mind just for emergency? Moreover, you can just say, okay, you know what? I want to do it in 2019. However, would you allow me to come to your closed events to get feel of the room so I can prepare a more powerful? So you can get actually an invitation to go to a community where you are not allowed to get in. And sometimes they say, oh, you know what? It's like $100, but you know what? If you come, it's okay. We will not charge you that money. So there's so many things can happen if you have this list. And it doesn't need to be far from Calgary. Does it make sense? Now, on social media, you need to have the proper images, the proper photos. How many of you here went and have a professional photo? Almost all of us, right? How many went and he got a special accessories to hold in this photo? To have a professionally taken photo. How many of you will go and have a special dress code or a special dress, that's why I use dress. Because usually you have a special dress code. So how many of us will go with a tuxedo or with a coat or with a dress or with something special to have it for the photo opportunity? That's right. What's wrong with going there with a microphone in your hand or a wearable microphone? Does it make sense? If you do this for social reasons or professional reasons, like if you don't have suits regular, like when I was on TV on my last hour, I have a 3-piece tuxedos. I like to be very professional with it. But I will not walk on the street in February morning with a 3-piece tuxedos. So usually I go to Shaw when they do this photo op and video shots and stuff. I will go to Shaw building. I have a bag for my suit. I will be in jeans. I say, yeah, I'm waiting for him, but would you mind just show me where is the washroom because I really need to go to the washroom. I go inside the washroom and I complete my dress and come out. The lady at the reception, I said, yeah, it's me. You know what? It's me. Just I have my other clothes. You know, like it's me. It's not because I cannot walk on a February, March, midday with a 3-piece tuxedos, which is actually sparkling. It's a very.
I'm just kidding.
It's a very special one. Like you can only be on a stage under lighting to see the sparks and stuff like that.
No.
So you can do that. That's right. So if you want to position yourself as a speaker, you should consider doing something like that. And as I said, if you want to have a video up, you can come to any of our workshops, like maybe Saturday. If you want to do that, come Saturday, dress up a little bit. We have here dressing places. You can go have your dress up. Be ready. Come give people here 15 minutes or 10 minutes presentations. We can video with the group and you can put it. You can use this for promoting you as a facilitator of a specific topic. I have no problem doing that. As long as we don't stretch the truth too much to say we were in a formal stages. Because we have to be honest with integrity. Does this make sense to you guys? So this is if I want to do as a speaker. Do I need to speak before positioning myself as a speaker? No. Because I need to build my way. And when somebody calls you to charge you, you say, you don't give them a price. If somebody will call you and say, do you accept $4,000, $5,000, $1,000 to come to speak? How much do you charge? What you say, I'm not discussing this, talk to my managers and send them to Win Your Brand. And we will negotiate on your behalf. Because when somebody will negotiate with you, you can do it for free. But if you refer it to me, I wouldn't know anything. So I will negotiate your terms. I may end up giving them at free, but if you have a manager or if you have a manager and you have a team working for you, people expect to pay you what?
More.
The premium. So however, in our program, if you come in situation of negotiation, just text me on my phone. This is the fastest way to get to me, and say so and so will call you, and here is the deal, and we can give them your view of the deal. We'll talk on your behalf. Okay?
So you're a speaker manager.
We will be, when your brand will be your speaking management, or my manager, because we are the one who deals on it. If you wanna do that, if you wanna just negotiate yourself, go ahead. I'm showing you the resources you have. If you wanna use it, it's up to you. Does it make sense? Which other topics you wanna discuss? Because I have one in mind, but which one of these you wanna discuss?
Tools to get the, so let's say I do a voice recording right now of a blog, right? How do I transcribe it to text? How do I transcribe it, take it to audio?
Okay, so let's talk about the blog. So let's talk about what are the different strategies to build a blog. So if I want to build a blog, what is the definition of a blog? A blog, it's somewhere between, traditionally, it used to be between 300 to 500 words. 2015 or so, Google algorithms have been changed, 2014, whatever it is. So currently, the most effective blogs to appear can be between 1,000 to 2,000 words.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a book almost.
No, it's 4 pages, because 250 words is about 1 page. There are actually formats to how to write a blog, and I can share with you some. Like if you want me to talk about any kind of things, I can talk about any kind of things. A professional salesman can sell the shit out to everybody.
Can sell a fridge to an Eskimo.
So a professional salesman is a professional salesman. He's not selling cars, mixers, coffee machines. He's a salesman. He can sell anything. He can sell anything and everything to anybody and everybody. Okay? And that's why these people are priceless if you have a good one. You can put him in a furniture, he will sell. In cars, he will sell. In appliances, he will sell. In educational, he will sell. He can sell anything. So professional blogs, they do have a specific format. And the format is not far off from what you learn in the program, which we have selling through presentation or selling from the stage. Remember, we had a sequence in section 7, that's right? Which is a hook, information nuggets, what people are learning in this blog, few challenges and some stories. So you can guess what the blog will be around. So how you can produce this blog? One of the techniques to actually buy content. There are people actually writing a privately labeled blogs, which is information you can blog. So Friday night, I was working with somebody overseas, and I just handed him 259 articles on stress management. That's it. He's doing stress management system. I gave him 259 articles. So if he uses all of them as they are, his blog will go from a couple of thousand to 2,259 articles. And he will dismiss one every 2-3 days. So he will publish one every 2-3 days. So he has like the next maybe 20 weeks or so, he has a complete agenda to launch this information. So you can buy these blogs. Number 2 is you can write the blogs. So you can sit and write these blogs. Number 3, you can invite others to write on your blog. Would you mind telling me, writing a blog about what you do, which is relevant to what I do? Number 4, where it gets into more interesting, is you can actually voice recording the blog. So you can buy one of these iReg microphones or one of these blue microphones, and you can actually record what you want to do. Each one of you can do this. Can you drive through your car? Like, I have a friend of mine, she actually was stuck in San Francisco in traffic, and she created a 90 minutes audiobook, and she is selling it for $59.99. And this was one of these old iPhones with a headphone and speaker, and she was actually recording in the microphone of the, and then she packaged it and she had it, and this was an audiobook she was selling, 90 minutes. How many of them will sell? Do you care? Do you care if you sell more than one?
Wouldn't you?
No. Because you already made $60 of something, everybody else is not doing it. People who are stuck in traffic in San Francisco, just pushing themselves to the edge, being nervous and being mad.
Well, I guess you can't. You're not going to be doing anything else anyway, so it was like,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah. So
crazy.
if you do voice recording, there are online tools where you transfer this voice recording into text. So you can load an MP3 file, and it will cost you 25 cents a minute, I believe, to transfer them into text. Then you can take this text through Grammarly for free, and you check the grammar. And if you want or not want, doesn't matter, to give it to somebody to read it.
So grammar, what's that called?
It's Grammarly. Grammarly is a tool which will check spelling and grammar more powerful than the Microsoft Word built-in tools.
So L-E?
Grammarly, yeah. L-Y is end.
L-Y.
Grammar, L-Y.
L-Y.
This is one of the most powerful tools, and it's recommended to use it because when you do when you do posts on Facebook, it double check your spellings. So when I used it for my from computers, it actually boosts up the quality of the stuff I put out. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for mobile phone yet, or I couldn't find it. So in this way, you can actually post a blog. So when you send this to a grammar check without even reading it, you can actually use the philosophy of writing a blog without reading it. Did you read in numbers in alternative 4? Did you read your blog? You voice recorded, you transfer it to text, you took the text to Grammarly or any grammar check thing, and then you posted online. Did you read your blog?
Should.
Did you? No, but here, did you read it in this sequence? So you can work out with the prophecy which said, many of people who publish stuff, they don't read them. Is it recommended to read your own blogs? No. Because I read what's in my mind. I don't read what's on the paper. So I cannot correct, and this is me. I cannot read what's on the paper. I read what's in my mind. That's why I'm a very effective reader for other people's work, but for my own work, I pass it over to somebody else to read it. And one guy here, and sometimes I said, would you mind reading this to me? Because I cannot. I read what's in my mind. 80% or more of the population will read and listen to what's in their mind, not to what they're being told. And if you do conflict management things and conflict reductions between parties, you will understand. Yo, he said so and so and so and so. And the guy will bring the recording. He never said so. But they are tuned their ears, they tune their eyes to read and listen to their own self-talk, not to what you are writing or reading or producing. So This is will work. Do you agree on this prophecy? You can actually produce blogs without reading them. So, are you sufficient with these 4 techniques? Can you do them? Can you, on your way home today, if you're stuck in traffic, just turn on your phone and just record what you want to say in your blog? The question will be is, what is the simplest structure for a blog? Very straightforward. Answer the following 5 questions, which is who, why, where, when, and what. Ask these 5 W's. We call it, it's not because my name starts with W, I call it the 5W law. Answer this 5W. What's your blog, what's this particular blog about? Who will benefit from it? Where and when? And why? Answer them in different orders. Answer them in whatever sequence you like. This should give you a very simple structure to produce any material. Just have the title. Just say, a title of my blog is the title, and just write. If you talk about 300 words, you want to be balanced, you are perfectionist, write 60 words about each one of these. You tell me what will need more, why will need more. Great, add more. Who is here around the table? Can I give him a topic? And I will ask you. And usually, when I run this workshop in a different format, we have this as one of the activities for the group. I'm trying here to make the groups to have a more adaptive activity to their own business. But when we try to show the power of people here, we will pick up a topic. And the topic will come by each one of you will say, like, what is the most weird word you ever heard about? What is the most strange country name you know? What is a very strange animal name you can ever think of? And when you put this particular 5-6 words together as a title, without even having a logic for the title, can you now go and write 60 words each? Because 60 words means what? Means, if I want to be a perfectionist, means 6 sentences. Each sentence will have what? 5 words. Z is one of the words. An, of, to will be one of the words. So can you put 6 sentences, each one 5 words, around who will be rational to this title? Around why people will use this title? Around where people will find this title? Around when people will use or take advantage of this title? Around what is this title about? Can you? 6 sentences, each sentence has 5 words. 6 times 5 equal to 30. Okay? Can you do that? Is there areas you can expand to make sense? Can you make them 10 sentences instead of 5? Do you understand?
No. So I lost on what you're doing with the W. So let's just say a strange animal like aardvark, right? How would you use who, why, when, where, and what?
What was the animal?
Aardvark.
I cannot even write it, but anyway.
A-A-R-D.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Could you have bit cat or
Let's
something?
call it a possum, okay?
okay, so let's just okay. So if you blossom,
Possum.
Possum.
With a P.
In
Okay.
Texas, opossum.
so if you have this word as a title, can you have 5 sentences each? Can you have 6 sentences, each one of them 5 words, answering the question who?
Is who the possum though?
Who's the possum? Who's afraid from the possum? Who is benefiting from the possum? who whatever. So you answer the question who. Who take care of it? Who loves it? Who don't like it?
Who's ever heard of it?
Who has ever heard of it?
Who plays
Who
possum?
cuddles it?
So if you can understand this drill, and I'm not telling you to do it as this way. What I'm saying is to break the ice of you,
I
right?
just don't understand how the W is related
I don't
to the
either.
title.
Yeah, you and I think alike.
Why? Why is this important? Why this topic is important?
I don't understand the question of why.
So let's just have a real example.
Yeah, usually real.
What kind of line of business you do? Change management, that's right? So I want to talk about change management.
Okay.
So who cares about change management?
Business.
Businesses that are looking to grow.
Can you put 6 sentences, each one 5 words, describing the who?
6 sentences of 5 words.
Yeah. So who can you answer this question?
Yes, I can.
Provide them with the answer.
To the who?
Yeah.
Because people want to better their.
No.
Oh, the who
The who.
is, some people in the court system, the construction companies, the, retail stores are all looking for some change or other.
Okay. So can you build 6 sentences out of the words he said? So I will start to say change management is important for retail, whatever construction, whatever he said. In retail business,
Courts,
uh,
court system.
or before court system, in retail businesses, business owners, operators are scared or are interested, or they will see value in that.
Yes.
In court systems, it's more it's complicated because there are judges over there and there is a public impact. In tennis playing, it's very critical because they may lose. People are interested. As a player, coaches.
So the question is, who needs it?
Is who needs it, who
might
will
be
use it,
interested.
who will take advantage, who doesn't like it. It doesn't matter what the question starts with who.
Yeah, I think the broader is who's really interested in reading about that title are the ones who are going to read that title, because you're really targeting the who are going to be interested in that article.
Okay? Now, where, or let's start with when. When a change management is important. When company will grow, they will be concerned with the continuity of the business. When you increase number of customers and you don't know how to manage. When you are bored and you want to retire now because you made enough money, but you still want to keep the business for your granddaughter and grandsons, or for your sons and daughters. Can you put more words?
When business slows down.
When business slows down and the market cannot provide you with some customers. Can you put 5 sentences at least with 5 words around when? If you do this exercise, if you are no one close to writing any useful material, because you can come and say, oh, you know what, I wrote more than this, I understand. This exercise for people who are concerned and afraid of writing. If you want to record and use the voice recording technique, this is the way. Make them complete sentence and just start to write. Now, why they need it? Oh, here, you know what? I can put so many reasons where I need more than 5 sentences or 6 sentences. I may need 6 paragraphs. Each paragraph will have 6 sentences. Each one is 5 words. People will comprehend shorter. So 3 to 5 words a sentence is more than enough. 7, it's okay. I'm not like, we are not limiting you here. But if you want, this is a starting point. So for your business as a combination of bookkeeping with accounting, can you ask yourself these questions and articulate on the average 6 sentences of 5 words each? You may come and say, you know what? In this section, this question I can only do 4. Great. But can you do 10 for this? Yes. Can you do 1 for this? Okay. Can you do 20 for this? So it's not a balancing, it's just a technique to get you out of your comfort zone and say, let's write some blogs because it's our voice.
So what's a 5-word sentence? Give me an example of a 5-word sentence.
It has a subject, a verb, and I mean, all you need is a subject and a verb, but
It's a way to force your imagination plus
the
what you know.
scary
give-
cat clung.
No, I understand the context, but
The-
change
the-
management, give me a sentence relating to one of those with only 5 words in it.
Any one of them?
Any one of them.
So the sentence would be,
Relation to which one? Who, what, when, where, or why?
let's say when.
Okay?
There is a need for my company to expand and look for new techniques to increase my
A little
clientele.
longer than 5 words.
I suffer from verbal diarrhea.
Well,
Okay, but I can say
so you know,
a construction.
what you're trying to communicate with this
Yeah.
5-word.
Yeah.
I can say a construction company requires, or a company requires change management. This is a 5-word sentence.
Okay.
Okay, I can and then I put full stop. The market conditions enforces them. The market
Yeah.
conditions enforces them.
Okay.
You want to be more articulated, you can put because here. So when we teach this kind of material and share it with individual, we say writing blogs is very easy. Because you came to conclusion, you can put more than 5 words together. That's right. You said 5 words are very short.
Yeah, I just didn't know how to concatenate the idea into 5 words. Because like he went on and on and on.
Yeah, it's good.
Right?
Keep going.
But that didn't meet the framework of the 5 words. you
Yes,
were
but
looking
for people who are scared of doing this,
Okay.
we give them these simple frameworks.
Okay.
5 words, a sentence.
Okay.
3 is okay. 7 is okay. We're not. 20 is much better, but make sure the English will keep going. People will not lose it.
So start with the framework of 5 words and expand it to what he.
Whatever,
wanted
yeah,
to say.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, the idea is to have 300 to 500 word
Right.
article, which will come. Sometimes we say, okay, let's not be more cohesive about that. Say, you know what? You need to have an abstract, a body, a body, and a conclusion. And the conclusion usually will end up with call to action.
We'll end up with what?
Call to action.
Oh.
So join my program or read my other blog or for more information, sign up here. Okay? So anybody will read the introduction, the body, the conclusion. Now, how we can construct an introduction? In this article, we will talk about who, where, why, when, and what. So change management is important. So in this article,
Necessarily in that
in this article, I will share with you who is interested in change management. Why are they interested in change management? Where and when do you have to plug it in your business? And what the secret sauce about it, or what's really change management about? Full stop. Paragraph, a change management, and I will talk about the who, the why. I will answer them. At the end, conclusion, in this article, I shared with you my philosophy or my understanding of change management. For more information, sign up for my newsletter. Or to get notified about more blogs, sign up here. You click here, you put your email and say okay. Is it difficult? Can you do it if I leave you here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? If the answer is yes, my challenge back to you guys, why you are not doing it? It's only 15 minutes. Why you are not doing it? Record it on your phone. Don't try it. When you go to Starbucks, write on the napkin of Starbucks. When you go to Tim Hortons, they have napkins. Borrow the pencil from there and write it there. I deliver lots of material now on napkins from Starbucks and from Tim Hortons. The difference is one of them is brown, raw color, and the other one is white. That's it. So if you agree this is not hard, why you keep saying, I have a different philosophy, I have a different style, I have a different understanding, I want to change the word, and you never really wrote it into an article? Can you answer me on that? And this is a challenge for you because I know that your answer for you is what? What's holding you?
Being inspired to do it. I'm inspired to do it now that I've seen this.
So this is a framework simple. No, our rules, our techniques, our stuff is what? You know the rules, you break it. Break it by doing it longer, by doing it right, by doing it in a different way. But there are people who don't know your topic and I can write. I can write about any topic whatsoever. If I don't know why people are using this, I will search it on Google and I will understand and I will write it my own word. It's not hard. Articulating it as introduction or abstract, body, conclusion, and the call to action at the end is not hard. Does it make sense? Yes, ma'am.
So how do you leverage a blog? So I know it's in a newsletter. Is it on your website?
Okay,
Like-
so let's talk about this.
Can I
So,
ask one more question before we go?
sure.
into that?
Oh my God.
No, just because I don't want you to leave the
Sure, sure.
1,000 to 2,000 words. Like what's, like if we care about Google Analytics, what's the best?
1,000 plus. Because on Google Analytics, you want people to stay longer on your post.
So
We will use for a blog. We will use the word post. Post, because on WordPress, which is the only platform you must use. This Badawi's limitation, because Joomla and all kind of platforms are great, but they are not. Like, if you imagine two butts in one underwear, is Google and WordPress. Because Google investing lots in WordPress. Because WordPress provided content to Google for search. So if you want to bring Joomla or any of the other, or what are the other two? Any of the other content management systems like Zobi, Joomla. What is the other two? They skipped my mind.
Oh, HTML5?
No, there's another one like Joomla and.
The Wix or
No, Wix is different story. So the point I want to drive here is, I am doing my blogs because I want to be found. If I want to be found, I have to be in a favor with the search engine. So my blogs are limited to WordPress. I don't use Joomla. I don't use any of the other techniques or any of the other platforms, because Google is investing inside WordPress.
But didn't you say WordPress was slow for blogs?
No, WordPress is number one. Blogs have been used by maybe more than 30 to 40% of the market, and currently some universities are using them as a website management, which is not meant to be.
So there needs to be a menu item in the website blogs.
You must have a menu item for the website blogs. Why? Because when I send Google to your website, Google must find the key to the door called the blogs.
Okay.
Where is the key? Is my menu items. Does it make sense to you?
Yes,
Can you implement it now? Because it makes sense.
it's done.
So
That's
I have
right.
to go into WordPress and type it in WordPress.
You can type it into WordPress, or you can type it on a website which hosting WordPress, or you can use one of the tools which is free on WordPress, where you can email it to WordPress and it will come as a blog. Because I will not sit and write 480 blog in 1 year, okay? On WordPress, it's very slow.
So how do I email it to WordPress?
There is a special plugin which I can show you how to configure it. And by the way, the plugin is for free. There is a 3 level of payment for it, but you can still use the free subscription to it. And you are not paying me any money. And if you even upgrade to the other platform, you pay them, not me.
so just, what I understood is that it's the people stay longer on your website if you've got graphics.
Graphics, videos, longer article, all of these are ways to motivate people or inspire them to stay longer.
But you can't format using sending an email or from an email out. You can't really.
No, you can. You can put an HTML format.
So you have to actually put in an HTML tag. other
Yes.
than code.
Yes, and if you want to build it in HTML code, there is a small tool like Microsoft Word. There's a tool you can put it. You can format everything. You can copy, paste inside an email, send it. To make it more sweeter for you guys, there is actually a WordPress app on any platform now, where you can put the WordPress app and you can do it locally, and then use one hit, you can publish everything.
No.
Yes.
So it's a standalone
So
app that connects to WordPress.
this is a standalone app named WordPress app. So there's so many ways. However, it starts with you recording a voice recording on your phone. However, it starts with you sitting on a napkin and write. Much better if you have your notes. Much better if you have your computer. There is nothing holding you between producing blogs to your innovation. Like my problem not to do this is I'm teaching you here now. That's it. Because if I'm not doing this here, if I'm not with a client, I am doing one of the other stuff. I'm recording audio, I'm recording video, and starting next week, we will have a video studio in the back with a green drop and stuff in the back as well. So, you know the room where you have the other washroom? We got a permission to make it a temporary studio so people can come and record their stuff. And if you come, you can record your stuff. If you want to produce it, you can. If you want us to help you produce it, you can too. It's not hard. Doing this stuff nowadays is not difficult. If you don't know how to do it, where do you search? YouTube. You go to YouTube, say, how we do this. You will find plenty of people putting videos. So doing stuff right now is not hard. It only need inspiration. Stay focused, be on the same track, understand your schedule, understand when you need these things. Do you agree?
Yes.
Can you repeat your question because I forgot it?
It was just, that just helped me understand it, but just how you leverage a blog. So you
Okay.
leverage a blog in your website, obviously.
So we have voice recording. So this voice recording can go as a podcast.
But
Can
you
go
also-
as a short message on your media profile. Because you can build in your media kit, you can build a short message. Can go as an MP3 adds on. So you can have your own recording. So if you want to do meditation, for example, if somebody in a program where meditation is important, so he can talk about meditation, and then he can guide people through to meditate. Usually how you guide them through is you will say something and then you have to wait for a couple of minutes. That's right, my friend. You will say something and you let them 5 minutes to do it. So you say, control your breath, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep repeating the pattern for the next 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, you will come back. I love the 3 minutes. You know, it gave me 3 minutes of silence, which means that my MP3 file can be like 45 minutes, and I only speak how many? 10 minutes, that's right. Use this to your advantage, don't laugh at it. Because everybody else is using it. You are not the only one. Then, when you have 20, 60 of these blogs, and each one of these blogs will be, if you assume for a number you have 60 blogs, and each one of this blog is around 1,000 words. 1,000 words will be good enough. 1,000 words is about what? 4 pages, that's right? So if I multiply this by 4 pages, how many pages of book I have right now? What's 4 times 60? Don't use your calculator. What's
240.
4? You can do it.
240.
So if you produce one blog every 2 days, in 6 months, you can have a book of 240 pages. 6 by 9? No, it's actually not 6 by 9. It's 8.5 by 11. If I want to make it 6 by 9, it will be close to 500 to 600 pages. Without even imaging, without figures, without table of contents, without preface. So what's holding you from being on course producing one blog every other day or 2 blogs a week, and they pick up the first 30 blogs? So it will be 30 blogs times 4 pages, 120, 8.5 by 11. If it's 6 by 9, it will be close to 200 pages. Which means in 15 weeks, how long in months is 15 weeks will be? Close to 4 months, that's right. Which means if we start today, early December, by end of March, you will have a 30 blog, a 30 podcast because you never read your blogs technique, and you'll have a book.
So if I follow that thought process and in the end I want a book out of it, I would format the blog in such a way that it's gonna be a book.
And this is what will come naturally, because this is a book title. Okay, this is a blog title. What's your next blog title will be? What is the third one? What's the fourth one? What's the fifth one? Eventually, these blog titles need to make sense as well. That's right. So if you structure them in this way to build blogs, you will realize that you have actually a flow. And what this flow you will grab is inside what? Like, why my book called 12 Streams of Income? Because I need to build 12 independent chapters.
Yeah.
Are they 12 or more, my friend?
No, it's more now.
They are more.
Exactly.
But
It's just like you do have too. Like you do a pod, you know, you
Yeah.
do, there's your you do have.
remember, every book must have at least 10 chapters. At least 10 chapters. One of them is introduction and preface, one of them is conclusions. And usually you have about 8. You can have more than 10, but less than 10 is not easy to follow, because each chapter will have at least 10 to 15 pages or 20 pages average. So when people target books in books industry, you are not just writing, you structure it first. So
But we don't really care if the book sells, right?
we will talk about that.
But we don't.
We will talk about that because remember, when you try to flash people with information against their perceptions and their course of living, you have to prepare them to get them along with you. So the answer for you, yes, we don't. But we have to take our time to discuss this, because the other brain
Yeah.
around the table
No.
has to accept it. So,
We don't.
do you understand? So now, if I keep this course doing it, and much better, after December 10th, I have nothing to do in my life till January 8th.
That's
My
not
calendar
true.
is here, okay?
That's not true. You're dedicated to us.
So we can come here, and we can, all what we can do is each one can record his own things and take opinions, and this can be an open forum. People can come, the room is available. Just let us know when you want to come, guys, as teams, and you can sit here and each one work on his own stuff and help each other. It's not a big deal. The point I want to say is, coming with a content is not hard. The hardest part is to plan and commit to it. Any more questions about how to build a blog? So if you use the 30 times, in 15 weeks or less, you can have 30 podcasts, half an hour each, because you'll find out that you can talk for half an hour to create these 4 pages. You will also have 30 blogs, 4 pages each, which is about close to 2,000. Sorry, close to 1,000, because it's about 250 a page. And you can also have a raw material to a book. And we did not discuss about adding a couple of photos or infographics or illustrations to your book yet, or to your blog yet. We just talk about just verbiage. The second layer is you can augment 2 or 3 photos or 2 or 3 images. And in this way you can build content authentically based on you without buying it. Okay? Any questions? Does it make sense to you guys? Can you commit to try at least 5 or 6? I love to try 6. Because if you do the first 6, you will have a good feeling. Will it work or I don't like it? But if you do one and you hate it, it's okay. Push yourself to the next 4. Somebody, I pulled his leg and he rolled for like 40 some or 50. Okay? And this will give us a segue to the content of today. Like today, we're actually meeting here to talk about book positioning and book design. So all what we had till right now was the introduction of the topic of today. Let's-
I'll have a question.
Yeah.
So I have 10 blogs, but I thought to keep them short. So should I just rewrite them?
No, write more. If you have 10, don't change them. Just keep adding.
Okay.
Okay? Because as I said,
Volume.
Yeah.
because when Google will come and index your website, which is another topic we can talk about, how you submit my website to indexing scheme and stuff. It's about 10 minutes on the computer. You can do it yourself. You don't need to have somebody. But when Google will come and reshuffle your website and see so many blogs, they will like it, because Google interest is what? I wanna put relevant material in front of people who are searching. That's it. So if you search a keyword on Google, Google would like to put relevant material in front of them. If you give Google material which is look relevant to this particular topics, you'll be their favorite cousin. So they can put you in front. That's it. Google is not interested in coaching in us. Google interested in keeping people longer on their website so they can put advertising more so they can make more money. That's it. SEO, not SEO, it's not rational to Google or Yahoo or Bing. So, does this answer your question?
No, yeah.
Any other questions on the table? So the topic we are here for today is how to create a book and how to position a book. So the question is, what is a book? What are the components which will define you that you have a book? What is in it? Is it the book itself? The answer is no. Having the book does not get you known to be an author. So what's in the book project important and key for you to make you stand out as somebody will have or has or had a book?
The content.
No. You will find out that content, which everybody in the market feels that content is very important and the quality of the book is very important, are irrational. The statistics demonstrate that since 2010, there are declining of about 6% a year of people reading books. And with our different lifestyles, people don't have interest in buying books. So books are bookshelves help. They are bookshelf help. They just help the bookshelves to stay over there.
Shelf help.
Shelf help. So however, having a book have been found as the transformational point and the transition in anybody's career. Because we still admire people who have books. Okay? So what are the components which are required to build a book? So you mentioned content, which I will have it here because this is true. And it's not true because content is not the critical part.
Reputation.
How you build reputation?
By building your brand.
By building. So you want people to know about the book as more as or as equal as having good content. That's right.
So building interest.
Sorry, building?
Interest.
Building interest. Yes. So the book is a media kit at the end of the day. I'm not talking here about passion books. I don't care. I admire people who have passion to write books, but they are not my clients. I'm talking about a book who will push me as a speaker author, who will push me as a consultant, who will push me as a coach, who will push my program to be bought by others. That's right. Who will make me stand distance, shiny, against my peers. People will go around and say, you know what? Mike has a book. How many other authors is in your book?
There's 15.
Okay, so you are 1/15, man. 1/16 in reality. So if I do the math, 1/16. Sorry, Mike.
It's okay.
Sorry, please. You are 0.0625, I believe.
I'll check it.
Because I know if you are 1.25, it's 1/8. So this 1/16.
So what do you mean by that? He's a 1/16th author?
He's 1/16th author of the book because his book has 15 other authors.
Yeah, so these books have very little value.
Will you be impressed?
I'm a bestseller.
Will you be impressed when he will tell you, I have a book while you don't have a book? Will you see him as a rock star, potential role model for you to have a book like him? What's the impression you have? because he has this book, he has a bestseller book, or he has just a book. Again, if somebody doesn't have a book. If he will lead and say, I have a book in business and I'm helping you to make better control on, I'm sending for you now, it's okay. I'm helping you to be better control on your internal process by providing you an amazing bookkeeping service. And by the way, at the end of the year, we'll give you a complimentary accounting service so you can have your tax written by just joining my program for 1 year. And I have this book. Again, if somebody else say, I am a bookkeeper and I'm good in what I'm doing for 26 years. Do you have a book? No. Which one you'll select? Although this guy has no education whatsoever in this area. These guys are like me, an IT engineering kind of style. But when people look at him and look at the testimonials, because his service is good, I'm not diminishing him, his service is good, he has testimonial, he has like 10, 20 clients will come new every year and his business is growing and keep him living and his family living. So this guy is doing something good, don't get me wrong. But because of the packaging he has around himself, it makes him more attractive for people to come to join his programs, right?
Yeah.
Is it true, man?
It is.
But isn't that if you value someone that's written a book? Like, what if you don't value books?
I don't want to discuss this point because at this point, I want to tell you one thing. We are not
Yeah.
the buyers of our own program,
Right.
and our family are not. So if I'm standing here and having my program here, and I have the customer, the ignorant coming from here. So these are the ignorant, who people who I will take their hands explaining the value of my program. Which values you want to play on? The values of the ignorant, of the values of the expert who is you? Which values you want to grab?
Their values.
Their values. And when we stand and tell you, I do have, when I run the workshops on books, we have testimonials from experts who all what happened from their life is when they had a book, a real book. Like Jacob said, when I had a book, a real book, not an e-book, I grow my business, I double my business on a monthly basis. Okay? So, what is the book about? It's a media kit. It's not a content. You can have the best content ever, but nobody's reading it. Does it have a value?
Yes. The lady
I
was
don't
writing.
understand media kit.
So, media kit is how you can articulate and what you can put outside about your book. Media kit is nothing different, my friend, than this media kit. Okay? Which is funny. Like John Maxwell and the other big authors in the field, they didn't write their books. You can actually pre-sell. Have you understand the concept of pre-selling? Do you go around and see a restaurant coming soon and the restaurant will come in 8 months? Have you know that Amazon is coming soon to Calgary or to Airdrie or to wherever? And when the building will be ready? In 2 years? Do you understand this concept?
Okay, yeah.
Can you apply it for your book? Can you have a coming soon book and sell your program and they make $20,000? Give them to me, I'll get you somebody better than you to write your book better than you. Sorry to say. And I'm not telling you to do that. You can still write your own book. But you don't get tied to the concept, I want to write the book first and make it perfect, then I will announce it. Because you will announce it in 10 years from now. Once you start to talk about your book and you promise your audience and people will come and pre-purchase and they pay you $20 early on to buy your book, this creates what?
Buzz.
This creates accountability on you.
Oh, that too.
So now you are accountable to what?
Write a book.
To finish this damn project. I want to finish the product of the book. Why? Because I sold it. I'll give them their money back. No, I don't want to give them money back because I don't have money. I'm broke, you know. So you sit now and write the book. So one more thing I want to talk about it, but before we go there, I want to also answer this question. What is a media book what is the media kit for a book? So let's just brainstorm and take advantage of people who have been doing this for some time. What do you need to build a media kit for a book? First of all, what is the use of a media kit? Why do you need a media kit?
Does it position the book?
Position the book and tell others that we have a book coming. That's right. So a media kit is the communication scheme or the communication folder, you can say it, or brochures or whatever you can say it, to tell others that you have a book coming. So what are the components of this media kit? Can you brainstorm with me?
Well, we have to be, what are the benefits or
So you need to understand the benefits of why people read the book.
right.
What else?
What kind of book it is, I mean, the category.
Okay, category of the book. Great. What else? What else you need to put in front of people to convince them that you have a book coming?
It can solve their problem, or it can address.
This all in the benefits, okay? This all in the blurb. Let's call it the blurb about the book.
Okay.
What else?
Something about the author.
Beautiful. So you need to have an author bio. What about an author photo?
What's the question?
What about author photo?
Yeah.
So you need the author, photo, and bio.
I always want to see the picture of the author.
That's right. So you have a photo or a picture of the or an image of the author and the bio. What else?
Where they can follow the author, like a fan page or something on social media.
What now? You need another social media thing, and you are hating this Facebook. You know, yeah. You need a social a fan page.
Jacqueline, you need a fan page.
I know that I'd have so many.
Okay. What do you do with the fan page? You prepare your tribe to sell the book and to talk about the book. So when you have a launch ceremony for the book, you have somebody coming to say hi, okay? Because there are so many authors who will just do this book launching event. They go there, sit on the table at chapters, and they talk to themselves. And when they leave to go to the washroom, you will find people wondering now, why this table is here? Anyway, go ahead, look.
Can a fan page be, like if you had your own
Profile,
website?
your own.
Like if it was me, like Jacqueline Moore, can that be my fan page?
The fan page, when people hang around Facebook, the fan page
Oh,
will
so
be.
it's on Facebook?
It will be on Facebook. It will be on
Oh.
LinkedIn. So you don't need a fan page. You need a Facebook page for the book.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay? But you need to have a medium. If my audience is on Instagram, I will have a page on Instagram.
Right.
Link it to my profile.
Right.
You need also a website for the book. Or your own website, as you mentioned, which will have a special page on what? On the book. Now, if you are building the book organically over the next 4 months, what you should share on this information? A blurbs of what's coming in the book. Which is what? Which is the blogs we recorded, that's right? Remember, 15 minutes ago we recorded our blogs because we don't want to read our books, that's right? We voice recorded it. Now you want to build the audience to listen to the author so you can drive them to your podcast. That's right? Does it make sense to you guys? I'm not saying you have to do all of this, but this model, does it make sense to you? Take from the model what you can. What else do you need for a media kit? So you have a photo and the bio of the author. What other photos you need or images for the book? Does it make sense? You need to show people how the book look like. How you can show them what the book look like?
So the book cover.
You need a book cover. That's right. So any book will start with what? With a book cover. And I know Jacqueline will say, what about if I work on it for a couple of months, I don't like the cover? Don't worry. Give them a better cover. But you need to start somewhere with an initial book cover. Put star. The cover may change as a courtesy or as the at whatever of the author. The cover will the final cover will
Discretion.
at discretion of the author. Yeah. Don't stop under the fact I want to first have a content for the book. Even big publishers, like I publish with Springer, I publish with Clover, I publish with huge publishing office. over the years. And they usually have my book ready, and they take them 8 months to a year to market my book to the universities. Like one of my books on lab on chip integration, it's maybe the largest books in the area of graduate school in biomedical engineering as textbook, the very first textbook in this area. And it have been used about 3,000, 4,000 universities. And this book have been done, and they did all the marketing for a year. And now, get the book out, get the book. No, we can't. We are doing our job. You already got the contract, we are doing our job. They market the book for a year. So the minute the book will came to the first workshop or first conference, they had about a few thousand people ordering the book. They collect orders from schools, libraries, and the book will be coming for August or July, so they can use as a textbook in December. This is what the big publishers are doing. Can you do it for yourself as a self-publishing author? And we will talk about why you need to have why you need to be self-publishing, why you don't need a publisher. We will talk about this before you leave today. Does it make sense? So you need a website for the book, you need a book cover, you need a presence on social media, you need a bio, you need a little bit of what the book about and what benefits people will get from the book. And you need maybe a few other things. But are these sufficient as a small set or a starting point for a media kit? The most important part is you need a press release. Because you can send few press releases to the local media to interview you on CNN or other similar network to talk about your future coming book. What you will talk about it here? Your book, which is linked to what? To your programs, right? So when you have this invitation, let us know, because there is a specific script you can go with where you can implicitly on the national news media or the national TV channels, you can actually sell your own program. Because if you want to sneak a peek, you can. And then when you sell your program and make $20,000 or more, you can hire somebody to put a better content than you, because our job is not to write books. There are people actually, this is their lifetime jobs. You want to still build, I wrote all my books. But one of my partners is actually a book editor, so I have some advantage of using this particular individual. However, this is the plan of how to position yourself with a book. Is this relevant to ebook? Is the same relevant to publishing an ebook?
No.
Why not? Why not? If you want to publish, if you want to have the book and then you go do the same pre-marketing on Kindle, it will be very relevant. That's right. And coming to the question which is you mentioned, you said, or the proposition you said, we are not interested to sell our books. This will come to numbers. We like numbers, right? Each one around this table like numbers. So how much a business book in this way will sell for? So this is called business books. Because these businesses are made to promote a program. So John Maxwell has 63 books in leadership.
63 books.
In leadership.
Crazy.
He's #1 leadership coach worldwide, maybe for the history. Okay? In 11 years. Okay? So, like, so what he sells with these books? His leadership certification, which they call it John Maxwell techniques. That's right. So his books are related to what he's doing. So these are called business books. So how much you can sell these business books for? What is the average?
25, 30 bucks.
Okay, so yeah, it's somewhere between $15 to $30. That's right.
Yeah, the better ones are probably over 20 bucks. Well,
How much money you can make? How big is these books will be roughly? In the 200 pages range, okay? How much money you can make on a book? If you print them in the big volumes of thousands, The book will cost, the cost is about $1 to maybe $3, plus around $2 for shipping, and how much you want to store. That's right. So how much profit you can make over that? So if I go from 15, so let's pick up some numbers. So let's say this is maybe roughly about $4.
11 to
That's right.
26.
So you can make between 11 to 24 to $26 or $24. That's right. How much do you need to live a month? What will make you happy, not needy to live a month? $5,000, $4,000, $2,000?
Sure, let's go 5.
Let's go $5,000, okay?
Yeah.
This is the generated income I want to do. Can I ask you one question? Can you do me a favor? Just for simplicity, guys. Can you make this $10?
Instead of $500.
Just for simplicity, and I will show you why. How many books you need to sell to make $5,000?
500.
Sorry, what was that $4 in between? What was that?
It will cost you between $1 to $3 to print a book.
Print $2
So-
Plus shipping.
$2 from shipping.
Shipping, and then we discounted storage, because usually you store them in your backyard, in your garage or in your basement. Okay.
Yeah, it's inventory storage. Got it.
Okay, so there is an extra $2. If you, so anyway, I will show you at the end of the game here a way to produce 20 books for $67 total cost. Okay, but let's play this game. Okay, let's play. So how many books you wanna sell? You are not known, my friends. So you are in this area. Okay, don't get your hopes high. You know, this is your first try. You know, and you'll cost you this much. So let's say you will make $10. Because remember, you have also to factor in a website and the photo and my time and your time and so many things. So $10 per copy is a good, reasonable time. Things. How many copies you need to sell? 500. Okay, so you need to sell 500 copies. How many days a month? On the average. 30 days a month, that's right? Can we make them 25 days a month? Because you need to have a break for 5 days. So how many book a day you have to sell? You have to sell 20 book per day. And how many hours a day?
4 hours is that, right?
How many hours do you have? The day is how many hours?
4 hours.
24. Do you agree that the day can be small as 20 hours?
1 book an hour.
So you need on the average to sell 1 to 2 books an hour. If you do this math right, you will find that you need to sell on the average 1 book an hour. Can you sell 1 book per hour for the next 10 years to make $5,000 average income a month and live off your book? Okay? So proposition number 1, there is no money in selling books. Okay? So where is the money then?
The value that it brings to your company, your product, your
The money is in your program and your products. And if you build your company to be sold later on in 10 years from now, somebody acquire it like Personal Best or any other program, this is where you are heading. So what you said is 2 things. The value you bring to your company if you structure to sell your company when you grow up to a specific level, and if you can push more products. So how much is your product per year? Roughly, on the average. How much? Anybody can send the number. How much is your product you sell for? Your program, how much you sell it for per year? $5,000, $10,000 a year? Help me here, guys.
Sure.
I don't understand the question.
How much, if you sell 1 seat in your program, how much money you will make per year?
3,000.
3,000, that's right. So $3,000 per year. So which one you want to do? Do you want to? Can you make it? Can you make it $5,000 per year?
Sure.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Okay. So, do you rather give away 12 books to 12 people who will pay you each $5,000 a year, or you would rather sell 6,000 books?
It's actually more because we'd only be making $5.
I agree,
Yeah.
but this is just the model. Like, would you rather give 12 people? Like, if I assume I will give 12 people free books, and each one of them, I assume also if each one will take my book, will sign up for my program. It doesn't matter for now. Just accept this for now. Would you rather give 12 people your book for free, in exchange that they will sign up for 5,000, so you end up having 5,000 times 12, or you would rather selling 500 books times 12, which equivalent to 6,000 books? Which one you rather do? And I know you will jump from your seat and say, do you mean that if I give each one a book? Doesn't matter, you know what? Give each 10, one book. One of every 10 people will sign up for a program. It's too much. No problem, no problem. You know what? Give 100 book for free. You get one customer paying you $5,000. Is this acceptable, my friend? So would you rather handle 1,200 books for free, or you would rather handling the GST taxation of selling 6,000 books? GST, okay?
The other thing you could do is, from your book, you could create a workbook.
This all are.
There's another line of.
This is, but this is all are like the. We start with the cake.
Yeah.
We put the cream on the top of the cake, and then we put the sprinkles, and then we put the candles to light them. So if you imagine the cake, the foundation is we need to have a book. Why do we need to have a book? Because every damn expert in this field have their own books. It's not a choice on you guys. This is the reality of the game. I want to be competitive. I want to stand apart from my competition, shine, and show that I have leadership authority in this field. How will I gain authorship and authority? How will I get my authority? How will I get my leadership in the game? By putting books. This is the way. Unfortunately, it's not my choice. So like it or not like it, you need to have a book. You don't need to have a book. You need to have a book cover, a book idea, a book bio, and just some blogs to push your business. The book completion is a different project. Different, we talk about later. Just do the steps. The questions comes back is, what is the books? I can show you a few techniques here, how you can use this book to make more money, but not by selling the book. So now, the first technique is we want to position the book because it makes more sense to sell a $5,000 investment than to sell a $20, $15. That's why none of my books are for sale. You can go buy them from Amazon. I give them away. When I run my workshops, I give my books away. Why? If you go back to this sheet, which is the Bible, or the Quran, or the Torah, whatever religion you are, this is the Bible of what I sell. What's written here? Can you read what are these subtitles? It's bonuses. So if you come to my program, what kind of bonus should I give you?
The book.
It works with the model, that's right. What extra stuff I can give it to people? What did you say?
Workbook.
That's right.
Yeah.
What is the lifetime experience that they keep it referred to it every day in their life after they finish? Working on what? In the workbook. So when I sell you a $300 workshop and you will walk away with a workbook which adapted to your program, you can use it for the rest of your life to change your life. Is it better say, or you say, you come to my workshop and have the experience and you never talk about the workbook? So when I came up to this business 3, 4, 5 years ago, as a business of transforming people businesses, I found out that there are pillars. If you don't have the pillars, you are not in the game.
The what?
There is a pillar. So there is a pillar
Pillars.
called a book. There is a pillar called workbook. There is a pillar called questionnaire. There is a pillar which some of you experience, which called, we will have a sheet at the very beginning of every meeting saying what's your goal and what you do. This material is what set me apart from anybody.
Those are the pillars?
These are which people don't accept it. I remember you very well. Because when you came and we talk about the book, I understand it's a big commitment. You don't like it. I don't like it. But it's important for my business.
No,
It's important for delivering my passion and impact others. What's my goal? Is my passion to impact others? Is my goal to be an author speaker? No. My goal is impact and deliver my passion. And I know that the program you have, like, do you agree that the last 6 hours of your life being here, had it changed your perception to what you do in your business? Do you agree on that? Did you have information here? You can go out and create hundreds of thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars more on what you do. Because I believe in the value I provide. I make myself uncomfort. I give up sleep and I do work on myself because I know this. If I want to build my program, money is coming anyway. I don't care. But this is the need for people to be able to accept my messages. If this is what I found, you will quickly find this in your business. And it's unfortunate because for people who don't like to have books, you have to have books.
I'm writing a book.
Okay, we have to break for like 10 minutes or so. However, to conclude this part, do you need to write the book?
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
No, no, no.
Do you need to position a forthcoming book?
Yes.
Do you feel comfort calling yourself an author of a forthcoming book?
Yeah.
As I found also, there is a way to build the book content without even you contribute, because you can actually ask your people what you want to see in this book. Can you help me creating content? And if you devote a little bit of time on social media, you will find there's more people who are writing stuff that they can give it to you to put in your book. So there's so many ways. But I want to stop here because I believe we have a good point before the last session for conclusion. And now you understand the dynamics. When you come back, I will explain you a few ways to make more money out of selling this book without selling the book for money. Okay, so let's just have a break and then we'll come back.
Can I ask you a question?
Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.